He's just simply not offside, is he? Like, he's just not offside.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying it, drop a like, that would be tremendous. So, we need to talk, obviously. So firstly, my apologies for the lack of videos in the last 2 days. Had a bit of an emergency on Wednesday, just a tiny one. Everything's cool now. Everything should be fine now anyway. But it meant that I wasn't able to record videos. I did put out statements in places, but obviously I realised that not everyone would have seen that, which is fair enough. So yeah, my apologies. I'm not going to have enough time today to record the normal amount of videos that I normally do. It's been a bit of a messed up week in terms of my video recording schedule, so I do apologise for that. And then after that, next week, we should be back to normal. So again, my humblest apologies. Everything will be read now. But we've got Brighton today. And then, of course, you step into the save and you realise you're 17th in the Premier League and we need to come up with a result here. And I don't know. Honestly, I'd settle for just a really, really strong performance. Like, even if it was only a draw, and I really do feel like only a draw is like the minimum we can expect from this match now. We not expect, but what we need to get. We've had a team meeting, so that could really help with the morale. Although one thing I do find about team meetings is that you'll do the team meeting, the morale will shoot up. 3 days later, you're at the game and the morale's back down to crap again, even though nothing has happened in the interim. Let's see if that's the case again, shall we? Just as we try to look towards something. You know, Lasco and Ramos, the partnership is not working there. So I'm going to try Raul Costa and see what he's capable of today. Simon Nelson is also back. So we're getting a lot of the band back together, which I really do think helps. Also, Billington and KO's partnership has really gone to nothing. And yeah, you can see most of the morale back to being horrendous again. It got all the way back into like middle of the green and now bam, back to run horrendous morale, even though nothing has happened. Vertibal's also back in. So a lot of players have had a chance to return to the team as well, which I definitely think helps. Chariot will come back in as well. Actually, maybe not. Maybe there's a bad partnership there. Maybe that's better. Just trying to get rid of those. Okay, so that'll be the bench for today. Bruzidi, Chariot, Watson, Ropas, Mitala, Zulu, and Sullivan. Actually, no, I'm putting Chariot in the team. He's just, I don't know. The partnership might not be there, but he's performed way better. I do also wonder if it's a language thing. Like, we've got a lot of new players who are not fluent English speakers, and I wonder if it's going to take them a while to settle as a result of that. We have had that problem before in other saves. I just want to see a step in the right direction. It was nice to take a little break and look at those stats and actually just be able to assess like where we're doing well and where we're not. Like Mitala as well is putting up some serious numbers, but obviously he's much taller than Dale Connor, so that makes sense. So let's see how we do. Grant White and KO. And KO, again, really cannot be escaping the criticism because he has missed a lot of opportunities as well. Nowhere near as many as the other striker because that's not his role, but still, he's yet to score a goal for us. And this is far from like an easy Brighton team to play against. KO's ball through, and it's headed away, and Nelson drills it over the crossbar. And, oh, well done, Chariot. That's more like it. Can he find that ball through, though? No. Finds Nelson out on this left-hand side, rather. Nelson. Look at the space. Oh, he's going to go alone. Simon Nelson. And he's surely been fouled for Marion. KO puts it in the back of the net. Just as I was saying that, the two Brazilians link up and we have the lead at the Amex. KO with the finish, finally. That is such good news. Really nice build-up, actually. I thought Simon Nelson could have used his teammate out wide, but instead he's just got all the way through. I thought he was fouled. Lovely little bit of work from Flamarion and a little finish there from KO. Goalkeeper can't get to it. Brighton 0, Whitport 1. Come on! Also, it's just occurred to me, the other change I made from last season is Nelson to attack instead of support, and I really do wonder if that was a bad idea. Connor again looking for Nelson, who's just slightly deeper this time, and then maybe that's helping him collect the ball in these positions, I don't know. Nelson. Lovely ball through, and KO again! Okay, better. Well, the rest of the half kind of just went off without a hitch. Very little happened there, but we do lead through that KO goal, which is important, but chance creation has been minimal. But with that said, we can't afford to get complacent here. We need to see a good defensive performance in this second period. And for the most part, the first half was solid defensively. There was occasional spells where Brighton got the ball a lot, but for the most part, we were pretty good. But we press on. It's still been a very poor performance. I've got Ropas on for Grant White just to see what he can do. What he can do there is miss. But at least he got in the position, I suppose. What I'd say is this is a good Brighton side and we are away from home. And nevertheless, we are in fact winning. Flamarion into the box. Can he at least find a... Brighton have switched to this system. This is the shape that Swansea played against us that time. And it either works or it doesn't, like really emphatically in one of those two directions. That was what I found against them when we played it last time. So we will see. Munoz, right, Flamarion looks for KO, and he's actually been allowed to bring the ball down too. Drops it short for Costa. This is better. And now he's found it in behind for KO. Can he get into the box and find a shot? Oh, and he does. Krellin, nice work. Okay, good. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to put Bruzidi on the left-hand side. Yeah, to be fair, even as an inverted player, he's useless. Nelson's literally just been back, just got all his fitness levels back, got his match fitness up, all the perfect stuff, and Bruzidi's already through! He didn't even shoot. He just walked into the goalkeeper. Is it because he's on his wrong foot, maybe, and he couldn't sort his feet out? That's the only explanation for that. That was horrendous. He just has to shoot. But then that will go in. I just don't know anymore. I don't know. I feel like we're defensively pretty solid here. There's players around him, and that... Okay, if this guy is in an offside position, how is this not offside? He's probably not. No, he's comfortably offside. This goes through his bloody legs. How can that not be interfering with play? He literally lets it go through his legs. In what world is that not interfering with play? That is very annoying. Frankly, that's just very, very annoying. Brighton 1, Whitport 1. I think we're a bit unlucky because I think their goal was nonsense. Perfectly. As a centre-back scored the goal. Oh, with his 4 to 6 long shots, I do understand, to be fair. That does make a lot more sense. I mean, to be fair, everyone could score a long-range strike, but Christ! So, Brighton 1, Whitport 1. We've got some games off camera. Good. Back in a minute. I'm going to try and figure something out here because I don't know anymore. I really don't. Right, guys, we're back, and we have a lot to talk about. Firstly, though, we actually won a bloody game, and to be honest, this was just luck, frankly. Ropas getting the ball on the left-hand side, whips across in, KO there, second goal. Again, the goalkeeper, terrible. Second goal in a row for him, which was very, very nice. And then, in the second half, 82nd minute, Morton gets the ball out wide. Ropas is able to get it back. Eventually, it comes to Morton, and he just dunks one of the back post. There is Bruzidi off the bench for 2-0. Thing is, we also had a red card for Fraser Thompson in this match. As far as I can tell, it was a straight red. Yeah, it said elbowing someone, and he gave away a penalty while elbowing a defender, which they then missed. This win was pure luck. Arsenal were good. Well, no, they weren't that good. I mean, at the end of the day, they didn't beat us, and they sacked their manager the very next day. Hilariously, they then were like, you know what? I think we want you as our new manager. And I'm like, are you sure about that? But nevertheless, we did manage to grab a victory. I mean, there's obviously a reason why Arsenal are down there, and I do believe that their goalkeeper is partly responsible for it, quite frankly, but goddamn, we needed that win. But I've spent a lot of time looking through not just the chances we've created this season, but the chances we created last season that turned into goals. And honestly, I can barely see any difference. The chances look almost the same. They're just not going in this year. And I do wonder if it's... I honestly just didn't know at that point. But there is a couple of changes I did make for this Arsenal game, which I don't think they worked particularly. I still think we were pretty bad in this game, and another day comfortably lose this one. But I did put Simon Nelson back to his standard role, even though Morton was playing in this game, so it wouldn't have made any difference. And in the second half, I did change it so that we played out of defence. I've never really used that feature, that sort of instruction before, but I tried it out because a lot of what we do ends up looking like that anyway, and I just wondered if maybe we turned into that a bit more, it might help us. And I genuinely think it's had some effect. The other change I made was I noticed that our defensive line was set to higher rather than much higher. And I'd always been under the impression that we were on much higher. So either I've changed it at some point and not realised, or I just, have not noticed that the entire time. So I wanted to try and squeeze up as much as possible. Since we're playing a high line, we may as well go balls to the wall with it. But we did manage to beat Southampton. Lovely bit of play from the back there. Eventually ends up with Vukaripa. Morton across. There was Wim Billington to give us a lead after 4 minutes. But it was really nice play out from the back that helped us a lot in this game. Then, 17 minutes to this one. Another great work here. Ramos with the ball out to the wide area. Flamarion getting to the byline. Dinks one to the back post. Dave Morton again. Dave Morton has really done well. Then, just before half-time, KO puts a lovely ball in. There was Flamarion, 3-0 up at half-time, and playing well, creating chances, most importantly. Saints did get one back in the second half, though. Angel with the ball over the top. He was the best player on the pitch, but this might be because of the new defensive line. Don't know. I don't think it makes that much difference, but Fuchsia did get one back for Saints to make it 3-1. Then they did go and score not long after that to make it 3-2, unfortunately. Gallagher with the ball here, comes to the edge of the box, and it's just rushed into the back of the net here from long range by Adelaide, which was kind of frustrating. But then, in the 89th minute, once again, Dave Morton doing Dave Morton things, flying down the left-hand side, whipping it across for no one else but Franz Sullivan, his first goal for the club since returning from that horrific injury. Nice to see him back in form. Morton was spectacular. Flamarion was good. Angel was fantastic as well for Southampton. But a 4-2 victory where we actually created chances and scored them. And again, I don't know if it's just because that Arsenal win reset the morale and as a result we were able to play better, or the changes I made actually worked, but we'll see going forward. But I honestly do believe there's something there. As 20 minutes in, away at, where are we? Molyneux, KO scores again, albeit from a free kick, but then lovely work on the break here. Ramos with the ball over the top, and look, Wim Billington breaks the back line, gets through, scores. Classic Whitport goal, 2-0. Then, unfortunately, Wolves did get a goal back, and they deserved it, to be fair. They had most of the rest of the first half and the early parts of the second half. Xerxes managed to get the equaliser, but then we went on to create a load more chances. Missed most of them, but nevertheless, key passes for days, lads. Things just look a little bit better. Now, I do think that the playing out of defence thing is something that we kind of do anyway, and I believe that now having it enshrined in the instructions seems to just make it more cohesive. I don't know. Maybe it's just complete fluke, but we are winners again away at Wolves, and they were 5th in the league and a very decent side. And there's one other change I made, one tiny little tweak, which was to move the ball-winning midfielder from a defender to a support. And I don't know why, but I do feel like he's now sitting a tiny little bit higher. That might be completely in my head, but it does seem that we're not conceding so many of those long shots anymore. I don't know. The one we did concede was on the other side, so I really don't know. All of that, though, moves us on to 20 points after 16 matches. 9 points above the drop zone because the teams down there literally cannot buy a win, and that was us not that long ago, to be fair. And I really do feel like if we draw that Arsenal game, or even lose, which I feel like we deserved to, then we'd probably still be in this mire. I really don't know. But the point is, we've started to score a few more goals now, which is the most important factor for me. So it really is difficult to tell how much of an effect the changes I've made have actually had on us, but we'll see going forward. At the end of the day, we've managed to win a few matches, and that's kind of what's important. Because against Brighton, honestly, I feel like against Brighton, we're still a bit unlucky, but we didn't create enough opportunities in that game. Whereas now we're actually creating the chances again, which is good. And I'm going to go with Wim Billington again, because he's actually scoring. I can't really deny that. Like, he's got some goals. Now, there are still some issues with the partnerships, which I guess we're just going to have to deal with for now. Simon Nelson was out for 4 weeks, sadly, and I still don't think he's available again. No, he's not. But Billy deserves to keep his place in the team. After all, he's scored goals. Fran Sullivan, nice to see him come off the bench and score too. Basically, in the part of that game, I went, you know what, let's just go for our old front four from last season and see what happens, and it actually kind of worked. So I do wonder if there's a PPM in there, or a certain player's attribute that isn't quite working for us. We'll have to look into that a bit deeper, particularly if things start to take a downward turning in, which I feel like, I don't think we're set yet. I still feel like there's more to come. The other thing is, Fraser Thompson was back for a few games. Now he's actually been suspended again because of finally got the ban handed down for the elbow. But Mitala looked pretty good, to be fair. I can't really argue with the guy. He's tall, he's lean, he's mean, he's a fighting machine. So the bench will be Sullivan, Chan, Zulu, Nevitt, Costa, Buzidi, and Grant White. It's nice to see Nevitt back on the bench, actually. Technically, he's the captain after all. So yeah, changes. I think it literally is just that. Play out defence and the much higher defensive line. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and the change to the ball in midfielder. That's literally it. But still not set on it. But I do think it's moved us in the right direction slightly. I tend to not make too many large changes at once, because if you do that, you then don't know what actually caused you to be successful if you do then get an upturn in form. So, yeah. Given just how well we've played lately, even against Wolves, we were a bit rubbish in the first half, but in the second half, the chances just kept coming. The key thing is we want another solid performance. The run that we're on at the moment is solid. It's good. We're still missing a few players, which is, just one of those things you have to accept. I've noticed us winning the ball higher at the pitch again, too. Don't know why. Around the side there, and Flamarion hits a crossbar. Early chance for us there. KO with the ball out wide. Sends Billington out to get it. This could confuse them. Oh, even more confusion as Vukaripa cuts through. Flamarion. Charrier. Somebody pull that ball across. You know you want to. Flamarion. And Morton's header tipped over. Good start. Possession all over the place for us right now. Really good. Looking aggressive. KO's ball through. Metalla over the crossbar. I still think there's some defensive frailties, for sure, but we definitely look more solid than we did before. And we've got more goals in the games, which matters the most here. Ooh, okay, maybe there's a chance for a breakaway here for Bristol City. Let's just get across and cover this. Nice and easy. Just don't let him get in the box. Or do. Or let him run past two of you. Unfortunately, I feel like with tactic stuff, there's a limit to what you can do when things like that happen. And that, what are you doing? What are you, how? That is outrageous. He's injured as well. I might even move to Whitport into the box today because the possession, oh wow, what a horrendous ball. Two Sarts now through for Bristol City. Great save from Griggsy. That was a huge save. Dylan with the ball in. They have woke up. Frankly, they have just woken up. Dylan, we're all over the shop. Really? I just don't know. we literally just... Cormac steps up for Bristol City, and it's now 2-0! Oh, good lord, man. Right, okay. Hey, it wouldn't be FM if it wasn't infuriating from time to time. We've just started playing really well, and now we're back to shit again. Good block again. Lash got up to KO. This is more like it. These kind of spins is what I'm looking for. Billington peels away. Wim Billington's through! Yes! There we go. That's more like it. That's the sort of stuff we've been doing a lot better. KO with another assist. This is more like the partnership we had between Wim Billington and Fran Sullivan before. Billington gets into the position. I don't know how he wasn't offside. Oh no, he just checks his run at the perfect moment. Lovely little touch from Wim Billington. And we're back in this game. Deservedly so, I would say. Wim Billington, 6th of the year. Much, much better. Right, come on. There we go. Drops it back for Dave Morton. Now he needs to find one of the playmakers. All right, sort of. Flamarion. There we go. Driving through people, Flamarion. Whips it across and Billington! Blocked! Morton! In the back of the net. And it's 2-2 in a matter of seconds. Morton and Billington combine again. And this is more like it. I don't know what the start of that game was. I think that was just random stuff. But this is more like the sort of football I've been used to seeing lately. Flamarion's ball in, Billington gets the shot, but he still has the wherewithal to play that ball to Dave Morton, and the goalkeeper can't get there. It's Whitport 2, Bristol City 2. Good stuff. Right, let's press on. Actually, the one thing I have noticed about playing out from the back, and I don't know if this is true or not, I find our defensive clearances more often than not are going to our players now, and sometimes they won't even clear it at all. They'll just bring it down and actually bring it out, and I do wonder if that's one of the factors of playing out from the back. But I don't know, we'll see. Flamarion skating through people again, and he's all the way in, and he's well, horrendous, great first 15 minutes, horrendous second 15 minutes, wonderful third 15 minutes. Probably could have scored another one before half time there, but if we carry on like this, we will win this match. City have gone 3-4-3 for the second half. That's either going to work out brilliantly or horrendously. So, yeah, much remains to be seen. Ironically, one of our worst performers today, actually, has been Lashka. So we'll get Raul Costa on for a bit. Flamarion's through, and that's offside, but a lovely little pick out for him again. Finding those little gaps now. Nice work, though, from Costa to sneak in there and... what? I mean... he's just simply not offside, is he? Like, he's just not offside. Let's just make sure. So Costa's coming along here. Where does he release the ball? No, he's just not offside, is he? Well, there isn't much you can really do about it, but that is kind of annoying, considering the Brighton goal that was scored against us in the previous game, and then to not be given that one. But hey, that's how it goes, isn't it? Sometimes you just got to take the rough with the smooth. And we are getting the rough at the moment. Billington. Fukuripa. Bristol City have actually been all right in places in this match. Costa, Flamarion, and it's get in there! Whitport 3, Bristol City 2. Flamarion with what will hopefully be the winner in this very, very important game. And honestly, they've been quite decent in places. We've been quite decent in places. Lovely ball from Raul Costa. That is sensational. Justin off the post from Flamarion. Right, we're going to be defending set pieces here. KO to deliver it. And Connor... how has that not gone in? This game's been an absolute bloody roller coaster. Right, come on, you're there. Right, go, please. We still just look second to every ball a lot of the time. Right, Chan, here we go, Ramos. We've got 3-on-2. Got to find the right ball, though, Ramos. I just don't know. They still look so strange sometimes. Like, just play the pass. Just play the pass. Like, he's through with two players in front of him, and he just waits and waits and waits and gets tackled. Like, it's still a point. For now. They've had some good chances in this game, in fairness. It's just frustrating the way that we've conceded certain goals. And not scored others. Whitport 3, Bristol City 3. Crazy game. Absolutely nuts game. It's another point that keeps us motoring along there. 10 points above the drop zone now, but... it's one of those games that makes you pull your hair out a little bit. You kind of love FM for it at the same time as you hate it, because football can be like that often. So, shit, I realised we should have probably done the Spurs game, actually, because we've got Blackhaven. So what we'll do is I'll do the Spurs game off camera, and maybe, to make up for it, we'll do a double derby episode with a Blackhaven game on either end of the episode. How about that? That's going to be crazy. So, yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, it's been a rollercoaster. We actually haven't lost the game in the episode. I can't complain. We're doing okay. We're scoring a lot more goals lately now. We've scored 2 or more in our last 4 matches in a row. Just need to sort out some of the annoying defensive issues, and then we should be able to be at least competent again to slowly build a squad around. So if you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like. That'd be cool. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be sick as well. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekends usually, so go follow there too, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a double derby of games with Blackhaven. It's going to be fun. Thank you for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.